In a quiet valley surrounded by hills, there lived a powerful and wealthy landowner named Rajan. He owned most of the land in the area and was infamous for his greed and exploitation of the local farmers. His lands stretched far and wide, but his heart was narrow and cold. Rajan had a loyal servant named Hari, who admired his master's cunning. "The farmers break their backs in the sun," Rajan would boast, "yet it's my barns that overflow while they go home with empty baskets." Hari would chuckle, "You've got the entire village under your control, sir. No one dares speak against you." One day, a humble farmer named Aaron came from a nearby village to speak with Rajan. "Sir," he said politely, "I've heard you lease land for farming. I'd be grateful for a small plot." Rajan smiled slyly. "Of course, but you'll give me half of your harvest when the time comes." With little choice, Arun agreed. For the next several months, Arun worked tirelessly. He watered the soil, pulled weeds by hand, and tended to his crops with care. When harvest season arrived, the fields shimmered with golden grain. Rajan came to collect his share. With a smirk, he chose the best of the crop, leaving the broken stalks and scraps for Aaron. The farmer accepted it silently, but his heart was heavy. That evening, Arun sat by the fire with his son, Dev, who had just returned from the city after completing his education. Dev saw the disappointment on his father's face. "Why do we let this happen, father?" "Because we have no power," Arun replied, "and Rajan has all of it." "Maybe it's time someone changed that," Dev said calmly. The next morning, Dev went to Rajan. "Sir, I'd like to lease your land for the coming season." Rajan chuckled. "Like father, like son. Very well. But this time, I'll take what grows above the soil. You can keep what grows below." "Agreed," Dev replied with a polite smile. Instead of growing wheat like his father, Dev planted potatoes. When harvest time came, Rajan and Hari arrived, expecting sacks of grain. "Well then," Rajan said, rubbing his hands together, "time to collect my share." Dev pointed to the field. "You asked for what grows above the soil. Please, take the leaves." Rajan's smile faded. "You tricked me." "I followed your terms exactly," Dev replied. Furious but unwilling to accept defeat, Rajan plotted his revenge. The next season, Dev returned. "I'd like to lease your land again." Rajan grinned wickedly. "Fine. This time I'll take what grows below the soil. You can keep what's above." "Agreed," said Dev. This time he planted wheat. When harvest came, Rajan stormed in, confident. "My turn to collect the roots," he declared. Dev nodded. "They're all yours, but the grains growing above are mine." Rajan stared, defeated again. "This boy is clever," Hari whispered. "He's too clever," Rajan growled. "Next time, I'll take both, the top and the bottom. He can keep only what grows in the middle." Dev returned for one final season. Rajan repeated his new condition proudly. Dev simply nodded and planted sugarcane. When it was time to harvest, Rajan arrived with a smug smile. Dev handed him the roots and the leafy tops. "And I'll keep the sweet stalks in the middle, as agreed." Rajan fell silent as Dev's workers hauled baskets of juicy sugarcane away. "This boy," Hari whispered. "He's taught me something I never learned in all my years," Rajan murmured, sitting on the ground. Dev approached and said gently, "Sir, farmers are not fools. We work hard, not because we are weak, but because we believe in feeding others. But that doesn't mean we deserve to be cheated." Rajan looked up, ashamed. "You're right. I've taken too much for too long." The very next day, Rajan called a village gathering. To everyone's surprise, he stood before the farmers and said, "From today, the land will be returned to you. You'll be paid fairly for your work and treated with the respect you deserve." The villagers rejoiced. Dev became a local hero, not just for his cleverness but for his courage in standing up for justice. Rajan, humbled and transformed, became a fair and generous landlord. respected by all. Morale of the story. This story teaches us that intelligence, determination, and fairness can overcome greed and exploitation. Dev's calm strategy shows that wisdom is more powerful than wealth, and that the oppressed can rise when they choose smart, peaceful resistance. It also reminds us that those who abuse power may win for a while, but justice always finds its way. So, stand for what's right, work with dignity, and never underestimate the power of a thoughtful mind and a brave heart.